You can't solve for one problem and expect to have success, right? It just, you know, you've got, whether it's the informal economy or social stigma or accessibility, infrastructure, any one of those would be an enormous challenge to solve. And so if you came to me and said, well, if you're not going to be successful unless you solve all of them, I'd be like, well, that's, you know, we're not even going to bother starting. So as we started approaching Stepwise and how do you use business process outsourcing, how to use data annotation as a vehicle to create jobs and career opportunities, it really became trying to be more holistic in how we approached it. So just as I said, leveraging digital technology that already exists to make ourselves more accessible for our employees. But then we started realizing that we could in-house a lot of that digital technology and leverage it to improve our own business. And so, you know, we're not only doing data annotation to help our customers use artificial intelligence to make their business better. We've now in-housed our own data science team. So just hired our first head of AI, our first head of business intelligence. We've got a whole team now of Python developers. But we're now, you know, using the experience that we get helping our customers improve their business and applying those to our own business, which is now opening up some opportunities for us to go to companies here in Kenya and say, hey, you know, this artificial intelligence, machine learning, like this technology is really an outgrowth or a product of Western economies. And what you see oftentimes is you take the Western technology and you just drop it in the African continent and say, all right, you guys figure it out. What's exciting to me is, you know, building out an African data science team who can who's knowledgeable and skilled in artificial intelligence can approach the problems that Kenyans face, East Africans face, Africans in general face, and come up with their own unique solutions to those problems, which potentially might lead to really global solutions. It's all consistent with our idea that, you know, it's our purpose, right? Our purpose is to create these opportunities. And so from my perspective, it didn't make sense to me that if we're going to build out a data science team, we're going to build it in Silicon Valley, or we're going to build it in Montreal, or we're going to build it in Austin, Texas. I live in Austin, so I'd love it. It'd be great if the data science team lived in Austin, except it's not consistent with our purpose, right? Our purpose is to create these opportunities here and leverage the knowledge, the local knowledge that exists here to help solve some of these larger ecosystem problems.